Hello everyone, Tom here, aka Nostradamus Trades, and today I am bringing you the trades of the decade. That's right, not this little trade, the 3 best stocks to buy December 2020. I'm talking about the trades of the decade. I have already invested heavily in these. I've already done really well. I will show you how well I'm doing it, and I will show you a lot of, oh Tom, I can't afford it. I will show you that you can. Stick around. I really think you're going to like what I have for you in this video. Let's get into the trades of the decade. As I mentioned, Tom here, aka Nostradamus. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. I am starting to live stream all the time. That is my agenda. I much more enjoy doing live streams. I want to talk to you. I want to engage my audience. You're in early. Hit those live streams. If you hit that subscribe button, you will know when I go live. You will be one of the early people. I will remember who you are. You're always going to have the warmest place in my heart. I will be live streaming tomorrow, 3 p.m. PST. We will be discussing the futures open, the Bitcoin futures open. We will be discussing Bitcoin and those all-time highs. Spoiler alert, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency might be in my trades of the decade. Let's get into it. All right, let's talk about trades of the decade. I want to hear stop the video. Tell me what you think my trades of the decade are, or tell me what you think your trades of the decade are. Anyway, let's get into it. We're going to start with number 3 trades of the decade. That is going to be Square. So here we go. Let's take a look at Square. Square is currently trading at $236. I actually put a video out and Square. I did one of those 3 stocks to buy now, August 24th. I think that thing has like 17, 18 views. Are you kidding me? I'm probably like 3 to 5 of those views. In that video, my trades, the 3 trades were Tesla, but I didn't count that one. How has that one worked out for you? Trade number 1 was Square. Trade number 2 was Space. Trade number 3 was Lemonade. All 3 of those have done really well. Space was up 50% at one point. They did have a little bit of a problem with the recent test flight. I do think that one will be back up into space. Get my pun. Square at the time, let's take a look at the chart. Square was probably around $120, $130 at the time. Boom, boom. So it was around 160. I'd actually been much more on the Square tip before that, but I didn't. But yeah, I'm new to YouTube. Don't hold it against me. But Square is up a lot, 50% since then. I like Square a lot because I do think they are positioning themselves to be the world's biggest financial institution and bank in the world. They're already figuring it out with their Cash App. If you are not familiar with the fact that Square owns Cash App, well, now you know. Cash App, I believe, allows you to trade stocks now, allows you to buy Bitcoin, though I have not been successful in buying Bitcoin on there because it couldn't scan the back of my ID, so I gave up on them. That's fine. I just wanted to check it out anyway. I do not have any plans of holding my Bitcoin over there. I highly recommend BlockFi. I have done some video content on that. I will be posting a video for that. I like that a lot. You can earn interest on your Bitcoin. It's an amazing platform. Does have some cons. Definitely be on the lookout for that. Anyway, Square is they sell the retailers the equipment. They do the transaction fees. They're investing heavily into Bitcoin. I expect them to start allowing you to get rewards, Bitcoin rewards. I think would be an amazing thing that we'll see in the future coming for them. You use the Cash App, you get Bitcoin and rewards. I do think the future is going to be like digital wallets. I mean, it's obvious, right? I'm going to do a whole nother thing on Bitcoin, so I'm going to continue doing a lot of things on Bitcoin. So I'm not going to go off the rails on that, but there is so much potential there. Obviously, this year that we've had and that certain situation has catapulted this whole digital currency thing. I do think there's some other plays out there that you could play if you want to diversify in this space. I do think Facebook is going to be another company that is going to vie to become the world's biggest bank. They're coming out with their own cryptocurrency. I'm not sure like how much regulation is going to get involved with that. They're already having the government wanting to break them up, wanting to break their Instagram up, wanting to break their Oculus, I think, up, wanting to break their social media up. I'm not sure on all the details there. How do you think the government's going to like it when this already too big of a company wants to be the world's biggest bank too, man? Some other plays, obviously PayPal. PayPal is doing a lot with cryptocurrency. PayPal, Facebook, Square, Tesla, all these are huge positions in my M1 Finance. Check the link down below. That is a great way if you're a new investor or a beginning investor. M1 Finance is a great way to do that. And you can check out where I put my money in M1 Finance and what stocks I think are the greatest. Anyway, Square, number 3 trades of the decade for numerous reasons. reasons. Let's get on to trade number 2. Trade number 2, can you guess what it is? That's right, it's Tesla. You're going to be, oh, Tom, I can't afford Tesla. It's too expensive. I want to buy cheap SPACs. I stick around because I'm going to show you that you can make money in Tesla, even in small accounts. I've done it. Proof in the pudding. I have made a lot of money off Tesla this last year, and I'm going to continue to make a lot of money. I have extremely high conviction in Tesla being a 2 to 10x plus over the next 5 to 10 years. I think this is going to be the biggest company in the world, multi-trillion-dollar company for so many reasons. My holdings going forward are going to be primarily in these 3 trades of the decade, with some money going into some options and futures, just trying to stay engaged. But the bulk of my money will be in these 3 trades. Let me show you what I have in Tesla, how much money I've been able to make off Tesla, and prove to you that you can afford Tesla even with a small account. Here we go, everyone. This is my big account. Tesla has been like 80-90% of this account. I know, that's not great. I'm not a financial advisor anyway. This is entertainment purposes only. Do not listen to me. The stock market is risky. You can lose money. This is not financial advice. I've had so much money in Tesla. Right now, I still have 100 shares of Tesla in this account. I did sell 150 of those shares recently because for 2 reasons. One, I'm expecting a big pullback, and number 2, I needed that capital before the number 1 trade of the decade coming up soon. Be sure to stick around. Anyway, in this account, we are going to take a quick look at how I've done. I have made almost 64,000 in realized profit already. 10,000 still remaining in unrealized just off Tesla the last year. This is in my big account. This account has grown from 30,000 up to over 200,000 in the last year. Obviously, I've had a very good year. I do not actually, I kind of do expect this to continue because I think my number 1 trade coming up soon is going to catapult me into the super wealthy. I would love to hear what you think. I think, a few of you people that watch my videos all the time, I don't shut up about it. I think you already know what that is. Anyway, let's talk about how you can afford Tesla no matter what, no matter what your account size. So here we are. We're looking at my small account. I started this account with $2,500 on October 1st, 2020. $2,500. That is definitely small account range. I do have a link to TastyWorks down below. I do think this is the best broker on the planet if you are an active trader. There's so much exciting news coming out with them. But again, started this with $2,500. I put 250 in once a month. I did that in November. I actually haven't done that for December yet, but I'm going to catch up on that probably January, and I'll be putting $500 into this account. That is immediately going into what I think the number 1 trade of the decade is. Anyway, in this account, $2,500, 250 added. This account is already around $5,000. I've had a really good year. I got a lot of things going on. Like I got 1 share of Apple, 10 shares of ACB, things like that. So I try and spread it around, 20, 30, 40, 50% in stocks. I do some options plays, things like that. And I just continue to add a few shares here and there of things I like. What position do you think I've made the most money off in this account? Let's go. Let's take a look. Here we go. This screen looks familiar because I showed it to you earlier in the video, but let's switch this over to the small account. Take a guess. What do you think the number 1 winner in this account is going to be? What Tesla I've made? So this number right here is just wrong because this has something to do with the print on Friday's close, the S&P inclusion. Like it's probably an extra like $20, $30, but right now I've already realized $641 profit. That is tremendous. That is 25% profit on this account just in Tesla. And I did that without buying a single share. I did that by selling put credit spreads, $2.50 wide, $5 wide, numerous different times. I rode that wave up, greater than 50% chance of success. I'm going to lighten the load on that going forward because I think there could be a pullback in Tesla, but if it does pull back, I will definitely be hitting put credit spreads in that a lot. I might even try and buy me 1 share of that over in the small account, though that's kind of a lot, but you don't even need to do options to trade Tesla. A lot of people have this mentality that you can make a lot more money buying cheap stocks that explode. I'm telling telling you that is not a very good trading strategy. Use things like, if you're in the United States, use things like Robinhood that allow you to buy partial shares, $20 a Tesla, $50. It just slowly start accumulating that. Again, buy this with money that you can afford to lose. You're not going to touch it for years to come. You just continue to accumulate. Especially these top three that I'm talking about. Just buy $5 a square, $10 every month. Just keep buying it, forgetting about it. You're young, age of 30, you're going to have a lot of money. Trust me. Even if you're older, just start doing it. I didn't get my act together with building wealth until my 30s. I started, I started having a job where I started making more money. I started clawing out of debt about in my 40s. And since then, I've been a lot smarter with it. And it's finally starting to pay dividends. Learn from my mistakes. Start earlier, do not get credit card debt, things like that. Anyway, I do think Tesla, again, is going to continue to run. You can buy it, you can afford it with things like M1 Finance and Robinhood that allow you to buy partial shares. Let's get into the number one trade of the decade, and I don't think it's going to be any contest. 50%, like every penny that I have right now, I'm putting into this. Every spare penny that I have that would go into savings, I'm putting into this. And I think it's going to be amazing. There's some problems with it. We'll discuss that. Anyway, let's get into the number one trade of the decade. That's right, boys and girls. It's Bitcoin. More Bitcoin.
I could have used a little more cowbell.
I love cryptocurrency. I'm starting to fully understand it. I am convinced this will overtake gold as a reserve currency. A lot of people don't understand it. I'm not going to go into full details here because another video surrounding this is coming soon, but roughly 50% of my TastyWorks will probably be in crypto via futures. The new products coming out, same with my IRA, same with my small account. The small account, either via ETFs that are coming online soon, or maybe even trading the small exchange futures over there. I have my BlockFi account. I'll post a link to that video I haven't created yet, but it will be coming up soon. I like BlockFi a lot. You can earn interest in there. I'll do a separate little dedicated video on that. I did go through that on my live stream. Again, be on the lookout for my live streams. You can't miss those. Some of them are just going to be impromptu, but just hit that like, subscribe, and notify. Come in, hang out, talk to me. Anyway, Bitcoin hitting new all-time highs today, going over $24,000. Right now, it is still hovering at $23,800. Post if you're in cryptocurrency below, which cryptocurrency you're in, how much you got, what's your cost basis, and what are your predictions, especially for Bitcoin? I personally would not be surprised if Bitcoin hit $25,000 by Monday morning. I will be live streaming the futures open tomorrow, 3 p.m. PST. We'll be looking at the futures. One of those is Bitcoin. Let's quickly go over to TastyWorks and show you that I YOLO'd into one Bitcoin future. I will not stop talking about TastyWorks, how much I love this platform. Link down below, the best platform if you're an active trader. They are coming online with the coin exchange. I'm thinking that is going to be January 4th based on what the CEO has said recently, though, that could continue to get pushed back. There's a lot of regulation, a lot of rules, a lot of things there that have to be perfect. I could not wait any longer. I knew Bitcoin was on the verge of a breakout, so I went for it. I bought one Bitcoin future at 21,000. Who does that? Who buys a 5-to-1 leverage Bitcoin future at all-time highs? This guy, that's who. It paid off. In order to do that, I had a lot of FOMO, a lot of MOMO going because I just see Bitcoin going to the moon. I think Bitcoin is going to 50, 100,000 plus easy in 2021. I'm starting to understand crypto. I will be doing a lot more content on this. You're going to get sick of hearing me talking about Bitcoin unless you're in it with me. A lot of people, most people do not understand this. I am not saying I'm an expert in blockchain, but I have a lot of experience in the field being a network system and cloud engineer, so I know the IT really well, and having a degree in business, so I'm not an idiot when it comes to finance. I'm not saying I'm Tom Nash or anything, but I'm not an idiot. I understand the blockchain. This is going to be the future. I am 100% convinced of that. This is early. You're going to be an early adopter. Early adopters are going to get rewarded handsomely, just like the internet in the 90s. People did not understand it. A lot lot of people thought it was going to be a failure. It did lead to the dot-com bubble. There could still potentially be more crypto bubble, and that is one of the problems with cryptocurrency. It is extremely volatile. I am putting money into this with the expectation that I can handle this gut-wrenching volatility, like being up big and then being down huge, riding those waves out. This is money that it ain't going to be fun to lose, but worst comes to worst, I'm going to be okay. I'm just putting an amount in there for the future. I think it's going to pay off handsomely. If I am wrong and this goes to zero, I still have money over in stocks, over in Tesla, over in Square, things like that, trading options. I am somewhat diverse. And again, I could lose everything in this account and it would suck, but I will still be able to pay my bills. I will still be able to put food on the table, and I encourage you to do something similar. Do not invest money that you cannot afford to lose. So there we have it, my trades of the decade, not the trades of December 2020, the trades of the decade. Number one, Bitcoin cryptocurrency. That is going to be 50%, if not more, of my allocations going forward, including every spare cent I have right now. I'm putting it into Bitcoin, whether that's my BlockFi account, earning interest. Be on the lookout for that video coming soon. Number two is Tesla, man. I am one of the biggest Tesla bulls. There is, not the biggest, but I'm close. I do think Tesla will become the biggest company in the world, multi-trillion-dollar company. I love them for so many reasons. I will continue to talk about them. Unfortunately, when I make videos about things like Bitcoin, Tesla, and Square, they just don't get the clicks. I am going to be making an LCA video. That thing is just going to get clicks just because it's LCA, but I'm telling you, this is where the gold's at. That number three trade, that's going to be Square. I love that one a lot. Again, I have 100 shares of that. Again, I will be live streaming tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I will be doing a lot of impromptu live streams. I love live streaming. I love talking to you all. I will be live streaming some upcoming earnings events, what have you, man. Just get on. We just talk. Anyway, that's why I love you all. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Comment in the sections down below. Just tell me what the weather's like where you are. Let's talk about the markets. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, you're a warlord. I love you. Peace. Let's have a great week, and I'll see you tomorrow.
I could have used a little more cowbell.